Standard 4th English Medium, Subject Grammar, Chapter 6 Nouns, Possession. What are possessive nouns? Let's see the definition. What are possessive nouns? So, a possessive noun is a noun that names who or what owns or has possession of something. Singular nouns. Here the rule starts. Add as to the end of a singular noun to show that it is possessive. Jack's bicycle was stolen yesterday. A crab's shell washed up on the beach. Now here, as you can see, that we have added as to show the ownership. For example, sentence number 1. Jack's bicycle. Now whose bicycle is this? Jack's. Who is the owner of the bicycle? That is Jack. So to show the ownership of any object, we have added apostrophe s. So in singular noun, we are adding apostrophe s to show the ownership, right? Same like in second sentence, a crab's shell, right? Crab's shell. Whose shell? Crab's shell. Okay. Now, second rule for plural nouns. If the plural noun already ends in as, add the apostrophe on the end. The boys' helmets were full of sand. The sea lion's cries could be heard down the whole beach. Right? So if it is plural noun and if it is already or it already ends with s, so no need to add apostrophe s for another time. Only we have to keep apostrophe mark after s. So it will be the boys' helmets, not the boys' helmets. That is wrong. The sea lions cries, not the sea lions' cries, right? So that is the wrong. The correct one is only you have to keep apostrophe mark after s if the plural form ends with s, right? So this is the basic rule of singular noun and plural noun. If other plural nouns, if the plural noun does not already end with s, just add s apostrophe s to the end. 5 geese's feathers were all that remained. The women's hats protected them from the sun. Now as we can observe that here geese given, geese is the plural form of goose. So as it does not end with s. So we have added apostrophe s. Geese's feathers. Same like in second sentence. Women's hats. Now it ends with n, not with s. So we are adding apostrophe s to show the ownership. Whose hats? The women's hats. So the basic rule is that if noun does not end with s, add apostrophe s to show the ownership of the noun, right? Now let's move further. Now here in video the same nouns are given, means without apostrophe s. Now you have to observe and you have to think where should be the apostrophe s, right, or apostrophe mark. Now I am going to give you the hint, I am going to answer, but the same time simultaneously you have to think upon that. Place the apostrophe. The Normans like to help their father fish. Second, and Norman's father fishes at the seesaw. Now here, as we can see that in the first sentence, Normans means it's a family name, right? The family members, Normans. So that's why the noun is given in its plural form. While in second, it is one of the family member, Anne Norman. So here we are talking about Anne Norman's father. So that's why we are keeping apostrophe s after Norman, because it is showing the belongingness. Second, I was careful to make sure my snorkel's tube did not get water in it. Second, we brought our snorkels to look underwater. Very easy. In the first sentence, it is called Snooker's tube, right? Snooker's tube. The belongingness. Tubes are belonged from snokers in the first sentence, while second is plural form of snooker. Snooker is singular, snokers is plural. The second one is correct, while in the first we are keeping apostrophe s for tube. So we have to be very careful and we have to be very attentive while keeping the apostrophe s and apostrophe mark. Families love to gather at the seashore, and three families' gear was left by the rocky landing. So in the first, it is plural form of families, right? Love to gather at the seashore, while three families' gear. Whose gear? Three families' gear. Ownership, belongingness of gear in second sentence. So that's why it is added apostrophe mark as it ends with s. So that's why we are not keeping apostrophe s another time. We are just keeping apostrophe mark after s. So as it is little bit confusing, but we don't have to get confused. We have to be very clear by our mind. Same rule will be applied everywhere about s and apostrophe s. Many possessive together. Number 1. When more than one noun possesses something together, put the apostrophe after the last one. Like Caesar and Maribel's home is lovely. When multiple nouns possesses separate objects, each noun gets its own apostrophe. Like in number 1. Now two nouns are given and the possession or the thing which they possess is equal. Lovely home, right? So that's why though there are two, but apostrophe s will be kept at the after the last one, right? Not Caesar's and Maribel's. It is Caesar and Maribel's home is lovely because the quality is the same. Means the possession, but the possessive, whatever they have possessed is same. Now in second, the objects are different, right? They are differs from each other. That's why it is Caesar's and Maribel's. Now for using contractions, we are using apostrophe. For example, it is. To make it short, we are writing its, it and apostrophe s. Second, cannot. Cannot, the first short form is can't, can apostrophe and t. It's can't. While using in the sentence, we have to be very careful. So this is the second usage where we are using apostrophe as contractions. Second is 80s, the third one. 80s, 80s, 90s, 70s, 60s to indicate that we are adding apostrophe before that number. Then 'twas the night before Christmas to indicate that we are adding apostrophe before the noun, right? So this is the second part. To add in contraction means to make the word short, we are using apostrophe, but the main usage is to show the belongingness, to show the ownership, right? Now here I'm going to show you some videos where the mistakes are there, so spot the mistake. Here it is given restrooms. Now after restrooms nothing is given. So what should be there? Whose restrooms are there? There is no any detail. So it must be in plural form. That should not be apostrophe s after restroom. It must be in plural form, restrooms. Now second is pies and burgers. Now burgers is correct. But what about pies? Pies must be in its plural form. There is no owner or any belongingness of pie. Pies, but what? No, that is incorrect. So the main usage is pies, plural form. Kids play area. Now here kids play area. Kids is given in its plural form, that is okay. But after that it is given play area. So there must be ownership, there must be belongingness. Play area belongs to kids. So there must be apostrophe s. but sorry, apostrophe mark, but it is not given. So it is incorrect. It is kids play area, means after s there will be apostrophe mark because it is about kids, plural form. It is not only for one kid. So as per the rule, after s we are keeping apostrophe, right? I hope you have understood the topic. So let's revise once again. Nouns that show ownership or belongingness are called possessive nouns. We use an apostrophe after a noun to show belonging. For example, now see first sentence, these toys belong to Nina. In another way, we can say these are Nina's toys. This bicycle belongs to Garv. In another way, this is Garv's bicycle. Easy. For singular nouns not ending in s, we put an apostrophe s after the word. For example, the horse's tail, Tom's bat. For singular noun ending in s, we put only apostrophe. Remember. For example, James' shirt, Thomas' hat. For plural nouns ending in s, we use only the apostrophe after the word. For example, dog's food, girls' dresses. And the last one, for plural nouns not ending in s, we put an apostrophe s after the word. Now the thing with keep in mind that the apostrophe is usually used with the names of living things. For example, Ashoka's pillar, the giraffe's neck. And for non-living things, we use of, like example, the bank of the river, the handle of the knife. So for non-living thing, we are using of to show the ownership. And for living things, we are using apostrophe s or apostrophe mark for living thing. Right? So now it is time to write the exercise. The worksheets will be helpful to you to write these exercises. Exercise A, rewrite the sentences using apostrophe or apostrophe s after the nouns. The one has been done for you. First, the table that belongs to the carpenter's table. Second, the books that belong to Radha, dash. The car that belongs to Rini, dash. The pens that belong to the teacher, dash. The umbrella that belongs to Mr. Das, dash. The hats that belong to the people, dash. The mug that belongs to my brother, dash. The cushion that belongs to my grandmother. Right? So according to example, as per the example, we have to complete. Now exercise B, put apostrophes in the correct places and rewrite the phrases. Now here it is given the duck's feet. You have to keep in mind about the singular and plural nouns rule. Right? The duck's feet. Second, car's headlights. 3, girls' dresses. Number 4, birds' nests. Number 5, the hunter's weapon. Number 6, the baker's bread. Number 7, students' seats. Number 8, children's books. Last one. Rewrite the sentences with apostrophe s or apostrophe correctly. These shirts belong to the boy. These are the boy's shirts. The hammer belongs to the carpenter. This is the dash. Number 3. The diamond ring belongs to the prince. It is the dash. This hat belongs to the wizard. This is the dash. This park is for children. This is a dash. This house belongs to her niece. This is her dash. The garden belongs to my neighbor. This is my dash. And last one, this factory is owned by Mr. Singh. This is dash. Now I hope you have understood the topic. As if you are confused or if you have any query, just watch the video again and get your confusion all clear. Thank you.